Hello there, Aquarius. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your March 2021 Tarot Astrology and Oracle reading. I hope you all are doing wonderful out there, and it's always great to welcome you to the channel. If you have been here before, thank you so much for returning, and if you are brand new, I welcome you and always invite you to reach out there, hit that subscribe button, and join the Dragon family. We would love to have you. As always, guys, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with every single Aquarius out there, so please take what makes sense and leave the rest behind. This will mostly coordinate with Aquarius Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising signs, and all of our Aquarius cross-watchers are welcome to join in as well. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information on the card decks that I use, or would like to leave a donation to the channel, all of those links and information are down below in the description box. So Aquarius, let's go ahead and jump right in with a couple of oracle cards. We're going to get some major themes on what you are looking at coming forward for March 2021. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians and ancestors, please show us what information and guidance that you have for our Aquarius folks out there for the month of March 2021. And as always, thank you so much for your help and assistance. Oh, Aquarius, so you are focused this month on the keyword of security. So whatever that means to you, that is what is coming up as a primary theme and feeling of the month of March. Looking for that feeling of security, your own place within the universe. That could be security within, your work, your home, relationship, friendships, love life, etc. But I would say that this feeling to me is like really being grounded and rooted. We have that campfire, and it's this very grounding, rooted kind of feeling in nature with that sky above, and really feeling secure within the divine, within your own spirit, having that contentment and that security within that cannot be taken away from you. It's a very beautiful, profound kind of card. So let's get into your numerology for the month. Let's pull one card, so we'll get a number and a keyword that goes with that as well. Ooh, we have the number 3 of creativity. So Aquarius, this is a definite time, definite month to create, to flourish, to prosper. The number 3 is associated with the Empress card in the traditional tarot. So that is a card of creativity, prosperity, flourishing of ideas, nurturing a project. And that can give you that feeling of contentment and security within yourself if you're getting to exercise those creative abilities and talents. So let's get into a chakra crystal card next. And we have the oakenite. The oakenite is a beautiful crystal that can help you with all of the chakra balances and also brings up past life patterns. On the underside, since this was all chakras, I'll pull an extra one for you to get into a specific chakra. So on the bottom we had the rose quartz, which is love, heart healing, and compassion. That could be something that's very important to balance, but all things are coming together to be balanced this month, and you may be dealing with a past love, maybe an old heartache or heartbreak, something that needs to be balanced, healed, and brought into alignment. So those are both very positive and powerful for you as well. You may want to work with the rose quartz, the oakenite, or both. And so then we have as well, of course, our creativity and our security card. So very beautiful. Create from the heart, communicate from the heart, and find that warm, cozy center within, no matter where you may be in the world, Aquarius. So let's go ahead and look at some of the astrological themes, some of the most important ones that are coming up for you. So Aquarius, right now, we are in Pisces season. That's a very mystical, magical, speaking of creative, that's a very creative sign. So that is the energy for most of the month, is the Sun, Venus, and Neptune all moving along in Pisces. Next up, of course, we still have a lot of Aquarius energy going on with Jupiter, Mercury, and Saturn still moving along in your sign. So those are aspecting and highlighting the first house of your universal chart. That is where you will feel those. So some of the biggest things that I would point out that are going to be very positive for you this month, Aquarius, is that Mars has finally moved out of the sign of Taurus and it has moved into Gemini. Gemini is a fellow air sign, and what it's going to start doing is making a positive trine alignment. See, it was at its last degrees of Taurus going into the very beginning of the month, but on the 3rd shifts up to Gemini, and it's going to start making a positive trine aspect to Saturn and these Aquarius planets. And that is significant for so many reasons. Not only was it in that sign of slow but steady sign of Taurus, which is a square to your sign. So it really, I would say the last 6 weeks to 6 or 7 months, that's when how long Saturn and Mars have been in a square aspect to each other. And the last 6 weeks especially would have felt very slow, very difficult to move forward. And so what this is going to start doing, slowly but surely, maybe not all that slowly now, on both a universal level and a personal level for you, this is going to start moving forward in a lot of ways that we can't even completely predict, because it is going to be a whole new energy than what we experienced for, you know, more than half of the year last year. It was really just very slow moving. And so I think it's really bringing us all out of stagnation. You're especially going to feel this, like I said, because these are air signs that these planets are in, and they affect you very directly. So the new moon is going to be in Pisces. That's on Saturday the 13th, and that does start our new 2-week cycle of, you know, greater growth and productivity. The full moon, you know, wraps up our month in the sign of Libra, also another air sign, which I think is going to be very powerful for you as well. And that full moon will be on the 28th at the end of the month. And of course, our spring equinox is coming up, Aquarius. The Sun and Venus will be moving into that bright dynamic sign of Aries on the 21st. That starts the spring cycle and the beginning of our astrological new year. So that will definitely be a positive boost of energy to you as well. So we're going to get into your tarot reading. I'm going to do a full Celtic cross. We'll be using the Angel Wisdom Tarot for the main spread and clarifying with the Light Seers Tarot. So let's see what we've got for you. Dear Spirit, show us Aquarius in the tarot, please. Oh yes, you are feeling that Pisces moon energy, aren't you? Pisces and the moon, absolutely. So Aquarius right at the center. We do have the moon card coming up as the center of this Celtic cross. The moon is ruled by the sign of Pisces, and it is very magical. It's very much a card of the intuition and the subconscious. So listen to your intuition. Pay attention to signs from the divine. Maybe pay attention to those dreams. Write them down. Sometimes it's unnecessary worry. It's important to let go of fears. And there are revelations coming to you that will make things clear, because the moon many times, you know, it's that mystical energy. Things look different under the moonlight than they do under the sunlight. So with the moon card, there can often be a feeling of confusion, lack of clarity, etc. So I think that that is something that you may be working through, especially the first part of the month, and, you know, gaining that clarity the more that you trust your heart. And look at that. Yes, the Queen of Wands. So this is a heart-ruled card to me, because the Queen of Wands is very strong Leo energy, which rules our heart chakra. So this is a warm, flowing, open, generous, warm-hearted kind of energy. It's very loving, very passionate, definitely magical. She always has her little black cat there with her, that little magical familiar hanging out. So it's really strong. And the beautiful thing coming up is in the future position, you also have this Queen of Wands yet again hanging out with her little black cat. So to me, this is, it's using your talent, your warmth, believing in yourself. Don't underestimate your abilities. It's important to maintain a good balance between your career and your personal life. So if one or the other has been getting all of your attention and the other's been getting very little, it's time to bring those into balance. I would say the Queen of Wands is also very loving, very open, very generous with their emotions, right? If they love someone, boy, they don't hold back. They just say how they feel. And so that may be where you're coming to, Aquarius, in the future, because I think the lack of sharing and being open and warm with that love has caused you a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, and a lot of sleepless nights here with that Nine of Swords. You've been very, maybe withdrawn. Maybe you haven't been able to express your love and feelings as much as you would like to, and that's starting to change and open up. In this immediate past position, we didn't get into the past yet, but here it is in that Five of Pentacles. So this is that feeling of being left out in the cold, being, cut off from the divine, cut off from source, cut off from the people you love. You could be, concerned about money. You could be concerned about scarcity. But if that's not what it is, Aquarius, you've just been feeling kind of left out, kind of maybe isolated as well. And so this is really saying that it's time to change that. And I feel like that's coming. I feel like it's a little bit of a battle, though, between being very warm and very open-hearted, but also dealing with that feeling of being cut off and isolated. You're going back and forth between that. But I think you've definitely been making some choices or really weighing your alternatives with this Two of Wands. It's like, okay, door number one, door number two, which one do I want to stay in? And I feel like the one that you want to go towards is whatever takes you to that warmer, more creative, pure, awesome, generous kind of flowing existence. It's like you don't want to be in that cutoff position. What you're focused on in the subconscious position is a beautiful energy. It's 10 of Pentacles. So you are very focused on having a happy life, happy home, being with somebody who's very trustworthy, very grounded. Of course, this is the earth element, so it could be Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo energy. You want financial security for yourself and who you love, peace and contentment, really having that feeling of stability. So let's get into a clarifier here, Aquarius. Oh, and you really do want it with someone. You really do. You want it with your soulmate, your twin flame, somebody that you feel very connected to. And so Aquarius, whether you're single, coupled, or in separation, no matter what your situation may be, that's what you're really focused on here. Whether you've met this person already, whether you're far apart, whether you're, currently together, like you're really wanting to work on that. And I feel like in a lot of ways, any of the stress that you have is really, it's all about how you're going to bring that about. That's what I feel, with this future position of that Queen of Wands with the Nine of Swords. It's like you really are. You're stressed out about how am I going to create it? How am I going to get where I want to go. So let's take a look at a few more. Okay, so on the top, crowning the spread message from Spirit is this Eight of Wands. So this is rapid movement. I feel like Spirit is really putting you on notice, Aquarius, that things are going to start moving a lot quicker very soon. So there could be so much going on that you feel a little overwhelmed. Sometimes you could be stressed out simply because there's so many different opportunities coming your way. But overall, I feel that the Eight of Wands is a very positive card. It really is. It's like the fireworks are finally going off. The arrows are finally flying through the air. You're finally moving out of stagnation. And that's what I really get from that. That's what I really like about it. It can also be passionate communication, romantic communication, coming to you back and forth. So it's a very positive card in a lot of ways. And on top of it, we have the Four of Pentacles. I felt that both of these were kind of coming out together with this Eight. I felt the Emperor card and this Four of Pentacles. So it's like there's that energy of like taking action on something that you've been holding on to Deepen that heart center. Yes, it's like there's something that's really on your mind that you know you want to take action on. Oh my goodness. So let's get into your advice, Aquarius. Let's see what Spirit has as some suggestions for how to handle all this energy, because this is a lot. Yes. I can definitely see this happening, Aquarius. I can see this coming through. Okay, let's get into it. Oh, these cards, they keep flipping all over the darn place. Just stay. Just stay, y'all. Just stay. Okay. So suggested approach, y'all. Not a surprise. Here is our Four of Swords. Take a break. You are overthinking things, maybe worrying about things a little too much. This is insights coming from meditation. You might be mentally exhausted. You need more sleep. You need more rest. You know, it's like take the armor off. You don't have to continue to fight this battle every single day, every single minute. You really need a break. You need a vacation from that. However you can attain it, Aquarius. So let's get a clarifier for the Four of Swords, please. And Eight of Cups. Yes, there's something that you really feel like walking away from. There really is. Something that is just not emotionally or spiritually fulfilling. May not feel like it's really part of your true life path or what you really want in your heart. So Aquarius, I think there's a really, like, you might be having kind of like an epiphany, or sort of what in the South we would call a coming to Jesus moment. You know, you might be kind of saying, you know what I thought I wanted or where I thought I was going, it might not be where I really want to go now. I might need to change something about it. You know, that's to me the Eight of Cups. What you need to know is the Ten of Swords. So I do feel like a lot of your hard times are coming to an end. There are some things that are being turned loose of, let go of, old intellectual cycles of stress and anxiety coming to an end. So that's always a positive thing to see. Let's get a clarifier on this one. And the Nine of Cups. Yes, I do feel this, right? Because we had that Eight of Cups and the Nine of Cups is walking towards your wish fulfillment. So I do feel like there's something that's being turned loose of this month, Aquarius, so that you can go in the direction of your true dreams, of what you really want to manifest. The hopes and fears position is the Five of Wands. So I do feel that there's sort of this nervousness around conflict, or getting into any kind of sparring with other people. You know, sometimes stress can manifest itself in that way. It's like, I think you hope for changes and sparks and movement and coming out of stagnation, which is the positive side of that card. But I think you also just, you really don't want to get in unnecessary drama or conflict. So let's see what we have clarifying this. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, I think you don't want to fight over resources or money or anything like that, because the Queen of Pentacles is definitely about some resources and money, and you definitely want to have an understanding with people like this that are solid and stable, rather than having difficulty with them. Now at the outcome card, the Eight of Cups is coming up again. So to me, this came out twice. And that's important to pay attention to, because this can signal, you know, moving on from something, seeking more from life than what you're currently experiencing, choosing to make big life changes. It can sometimes be a big move. Again, you know, these are general, so it could apply in a lot of different directions, Aquarius. But I just feel like there's a lot of this, like, you know, going towards a more fulfilling experience than what you're currently having right now. And I think that you're feeling some stress because I feel like you want to be more creative, more productive, more authentic to yourself. And to me, that's always a goal of Aquarius. You know, you're all about being very authentic. And here's the heartbreak, right? I mean, it's like literally you want to walk away from heartbreaking situations, right? You want to leave behind things that have been hurtful or difficult. You don't want to repeat those patterns. For some people, it could literally meaning leaving a painful relationship or situation. But what I feel more is that you're leaving behind something that's really just not doing it for your self-satisfaction. Look under here. We've got the Six of Swords. So to me, again, leaving behind drama, leaving behind conflict, moving beyond the troubled waters, going to a more peaceful place, the end of challenging times, things starting to look up, it's welcome relief, end of depression. Oh, I love to see that. Finding your way to a peaceful place. And again, travel, relocation. You're really thinking of, some of y'all are really thinking about moving. Like some of y'all are legit thinking about moving. We've got the Moon card on the bottom. So this Moon card has come up twice. I do feel like part of this month may be really confusing for you, or really kind of foggy, fuzzy, lack of clarity. I think that will get better. But for those of you that feel like you're experiencing that kind of lack of clarity through the month, just feel your way through it, truly, right? Don't make any huge, big decisions. You know, just make, the only decision I would say, Aquarius, is definitely make sure to take breaks intellectually. Don't overthink, overanalyze, or over worry. And do whatever makes you feel happier. Do whatever it is that makes you feel more true to yourself. If it means drawing something or doing something creative, just even taking a walk in the woods, whatever it is that really helps you connect to yourself, that's what you should be doing, because that's how you're going to get to these answers. Because deep down, what you're focused on and what you really want, it's this, you know, it's this Ten of Pentacles, this deep, solid, lifelong lasting connection with your soulmate, soul partner. It's, I mean, that's really what you want. And I feel like, you know, it's like the other things, of course, that you want are to be creative and flourishing and loving and have a sense of security within that. Even if it's a little bit like unorthodox or unconventional, that suits you just fine, because you are a little unconventional, Aquarius. That's why I love you. Because I have an Aquarius rising. I love my Aquarius out there. So let's get into an affirmation for you. Let's see what comes up here as a spirit guide from the Keepers of the Light. Ooh, this one's gonna be deep. I know this. I'm gonna have to look it up. Let me try to say this name right. Mahavata Babaji. Soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding and you understand the connections between all things. Ooh, Aquarius, that's a beautiful spirit guide to bring through. That to me is just perfect for your energy, because you are a sign of the mass consciousness and really understanding the interconnection between all of life and, you know, even beyond, right, to the stars. So Aquarius, I hope your month is awesome. I hope it all works out for you, because I do sense just a lot of ups and downs emotionally, and I just feel like there's a lot that's being worked out here, a lot of decisions being made as well. So have an amazing March, my dears, and I will be seeing y'all again very soon. Take care.